Alright, so I already got it's like take 3. So I might have to talk about two heavy topics that I like to talk about. It's gaming related, really, just in terms of like educated rumors about the 2 out of 3 consoles, and the other one was selling really fast, and I think I will talk about that. The first topic I like to talk about is these educated rumors of Microsoft. They wanted like the next Xbox console to be announced in 2019, which, in my opinion, that was too soon. It's the same as PlayStation 4, and they've been pressured by the technical specs of PC games, and they wanted to catch up with it, which is, I'm like, please stick with gaming, because I remember like throughout all the histories of PlayStations and Xboxes, they're doing very well despite this flaws and all this stuff. And I remember Xbox 360, they're selling really well compared to PlayStation 3 and the Wii, the original Wii. And Xbox 360, Xbox One and PlayStation 4, they're about 5 or 6 years old right now. Which, oh my god, it's so natural when rumors start coming out. It's just you're starting to feel old somewhat. I'm around my mid-20s. Early 20s somewhat. So yeah. So it came out. The original Wii, the Wii U came out in 2012, and it was underpowered compared to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and it only lasted till 2017, which it really sucks to see, like, there are no games for it right now. And I read through RG85 indirectly from DreamcastGuy, which he was saying that he was trying to say that it might be a good idea to announce it, but I would say I respectively disagree. I think 2020, 2011, 2021 is a good year to announce it. I think just hold off these announcements for that Microsoft and Sony for PlayStation 5 and Xbox One Successor. I think it'll do well. It'll still be selling well, but hold off those announcements, because if you announce it too soon, you're going to end up pissing off consumer base, the fan base, the development team, and the other ones. And hell, I think you might ask Sega when they were announcing Sega Saturn, and after all the Sega Genesis hardware upgrades that they were trying to plug in, because like it's kind of like when Super Nintendo they make Sega like more like they have a small nut syndrome, and they're trying to give themselves more powerful upgrades to try to keep up with Super Nintendo, which is like Xbox One is Super Nintendo. Upgrades or Super Nintendo to PlayStation 4 Pro and smaller ones, which is like, oh my god, that one. It's like they're getting pressured by both Sony and Microsoft with their Xbox and PlayStation brands. They're getting pressured because like they're not even sure what they're gonna do with the first party exclusives, let alone their third party. They're getting pressured by more the more powerful PCs, which PCs, the people like, a lot of PC gamers like to play PCs because they like the experience, they like the convenience. And I noticed that they wanted to, the reason, like, they made, they were thinking it was, I know it was an educating rumor, which I should have said it before, but it's just, like I say, just focus on the games, Microsoft and Sony. Focus on the games. Do not announce it too soon. And, do not announce it next year. Do not even announce it this year, or you're gonna end up pissing off. Look what happened to Sega. Ask Sega Sammy. See how that end up after Sega Dreamcast and Saturn debacle. That is it. Now, I think it's like, okay, now it's 6 minutes. And I think Nintendo selling fastest selling console in American history, and perhaps worldwide, with, I think, respectively, in the first 10 months since its release, and they're selling over 4.8 million units hardware in the United States, and they're beating out all the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, the original Wii, even the original Wii, and the PlayStation 2. Despite the similar issues with the unit shortages with the original Wii, and I think the PlayStation 2, perhaps. I think when Sega Dreamcast were trying to keep up for a short time, and then I'm looking at the software, the first party software Nintendo had. Super Mario Odyssey, over 60%, over 55% for Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Little closely behind at over 50%. Following by Splatoon 2 at over 20%. I think Nintendo going to the hybrid format is what Nintendo will be doing from this day forward. From last year forward, I would say. I think by the time Nintendo Switch is right at it might be ending in 2025, 2026 is the end of Nintendo's lifespan Switch. It might have been able to surpass the lifespan sales of PlayStation 2 and the Wii, and if they're selling at this rate within around 8 years or something like that, it may have surpassed PlayStation 2 lifespans over all sales worldwide combined. And I do forget about the Japan, which it actually like surpassed the Wii U's lifetime span, which is a complete mindfuck. That was a complete mindfuck of that. I think what's going to happen with Nintendo, with the success of the Switch, 10 months, it's not even a whole year. It's close to around 15 million unit mark. And I think Nintendo is eventually they're going to over with the more powerful upgrades and more revisions and all that stuff with its either the Switch revisions or its successors, hybrid unit successors. And they're going to do it whether their games will be sold at physical or digital. Regardless of that, they're going to they're going to stick with the hybrid format, and I'm so happy Nintendo did it. And it was such a good year, and it was a huge win for gamers and consumers worldwide. I think it helps gamers not have to quit gaming altogether, and they could just bring it with them altogether. They don't have to worry about giving up the hobby altogether. They could just be fine with it, even though it may have competed with the smartphones and tablets respectively in terms of hardware. I think it's like, in terms of convenience wise, it's just I'm so happy it happened. It's such a good life to be a gamer, and it's just to collectors too. I think collectors would love to get a bunch of Switches, and even though like SNES / Famicom Classic Minis and NES / Famicom Minis are suffering similar shortages as the Switch, which they're saying that they're going to be releasing the NES Classic Mini in summer 2018, which is awesome. Like this year, which is awesome. Which, yay! And of course the SNES Classic limited sales. They're on Amazon, which they said you had to pre-order it fast, which is I kind of find it stupid. I think you should put them more. But the Switch still sells out a lot faster than the classic minis altogether, which is, and it's still widely available. That's, oh my god, I'm so that was like a 3 mindfucks strikes all together. The Neo Geo Pocket, and of course, TurboGrafx / PC Engine lifespans, and all of them were that was so much mindfuck that Nintendo Switch is having with Nintendo's most hottest hybrid format product they're doing right now. Oh my god, I that's why I'm so excited to get one, but I wanted to hold off, and I was right about my other videos I made before, that it's hitting right there. It's up right there. It is still skyrocketing right now. And yeah, that was a good time. And that's my video responses. And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm pretty much gone. I'm pretty much done. It's, well, till next time, folks. Nerds, nerdettes, otakus, gamers all together. Game the fun on. Now you're switching the power. Now you're playing with power. Switch that power. Have a good